This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today we are playing Brawl, and not the traditional deck techs because there's just too many cards to talk about. It takes forever. You'll get the gist as we dive in. The deck list is in the description if you want to pause and check it out now. But it's one of the weirder Brawl decks I've ever played. We are running Fynn the Fangbearer. Now, Fynn is what's left of Infect, I guess, in this world. Has Death Touch, 1/3. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, that player gains 2 poison counters. A player with 10 or more poison counters loses the game. So we're trying to win by poison. The idea is to play Fynn, our commander, protect it, tear through the opponent's creatures with cards like Blizzard Brawl, and just get there. We make a lot of use of the Trampled Death Touch combo, which says if extra damage would be dealt, it sinks through to the opponent, hence cards like Godzilla that we can cycle to put a trample counter on the Fynn, and then cards like Snakeskin Veil to protect it. So this is already a pretty good hand, and I'm not recording that intro again, so for sure we're going to keep. But yeah, this is totally not my typical style, but I've got this weird feeling it might be a little bit broken. It was hard to fill the deck out, and you'll see in the deck list there's a lot of cards I don't usually play. There's a lot of real nonsense here. So right away we're put to the test. Do we run out our Fynn, or do we wait a turn to protect Fynn with a Snakeskin Veil? And I think I'm going for it. We didn't come here to not play Fynn the Fangbearer on the play. On the draw, I might not do that because the opponents can usually find removal. But on the play, I think we just go for it. Target legendary creature becomes a god, put a +1/+1 counter on it. That's pretty cool. Gives us something to do with our mana if we don't end up casting the Veil. So right away, the clock is ticking. The opponent... They start with 25 life in Brawl, but when it comes to poison, they can only take 5 hits. Essentially, they're on 5 life if that damage is coming from Fynn or a Death Toucher. And that's why the card is particularly busto, because we're basically getting around the higher life total, getting around what our opponent does. I thought they might play Nico this turn, but they needed double blue to do it, and since they played double white, wasn't an option. So, we don't have to worry about Nico just yet. And the opponent wants to say go. So a few options. We can try to put a +1/+1 counter with the Sanctum, but if we tap out and the opponent bounces or does something to our Fynn, that's pretty bad. So instead, I'm going to cycle the Rex. We're going to put a trample counter on Fynn and draw. I think it's the safer play. And just hold up Veil. If the opponent doesn't get rid of Fynn, the game is going to... It's going to be a bloodbath. So I'm not going to go for the Questing Beast. We're just going to keep picking away at the opponent here. We are better against creature decks, though. And the reason for that is we have a ton of fight spells, like Devouring Tendrils. Target creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature. Planeswalker with Death Touch, it just kills something, no matter the size. We've got a lot of effects like this, and Blizzard Brawl. So we're a lot better when the opponent plays blockers and tries to get between us and their face. We're a lot worse when the opponent has a ton of removal, because there's only so many cards like Snakeskin Veil in the format. Our opponent having some mana trouble, though, and here's a Foretell. Could definitely be a counter. Let's go ahead and put a counter on our Fynn because we also get to hold up the Veil. And now we can use extra mana to make Fynn indestructible. And we're not going to go for the Beast. It would just get countered, I think. We're going to win in 2 turns, and we have, between the Sanctum, the Veil, and the Guile, we have 3 ways to defend Fynn. And if they play a blocker, we have Blizzard Brawl and Devouring Tendrils. So we're good. We've got this. We don't need to commit the Questing Beast, have it get countered, then have the opponent untap, play a removal spell, and then play either a second removal spell or a counter for our Snakeskin Veil. I know, a lot of words to start this show, huh? Are you impressed? Don't act like you're not impressed. Field of Ruin's interesting. If the opponent commits the mana to it, they could try to blow up the Tyrate Sanctum. We could respond by using it to make this indestructible. And then the Field of Ruin doesn't fetch. That would be interesting. It would use all of our mana. Yeah, they're going to say go. No, they're going to check for priority. There's the Shatter. All right, so indestructible counter on target god. This is now a god, so this works. Do they have a trick? I can't think of something for 1 white that would stop that, or I wouldn't do it. And that's just gonna be lethal here, as the death touch on the questing beast along with the Fynn is gonna finish the job. And Nico's control deck destroyed. Did you enjoy winning with Infect in Brawl? Yeah. Yes, I did. Oh, yay. I love the Rowan Will Brawl deck. I hate playing against it, though. I shouldn't be so excited. And on the draw, this is rough. But we have Mana Creature, Mana Ramp. We have Toski, which can't be countered, and they're going to have trouble killing without a Soul Seer. And we have Mirror Shield, which we can throw on the Fynn. So, as far as being on the draw, this hand is very good. Mystic Sanctuary. I don't usually play that one just because it's so hard to make it work in Standard, especially in 2-color decks. Signet. All right, Signet versus Signet. What do we do? What do we do here? I think I play my Signet. Then I think I play the Mirror Shield. Now, I'm going to feel horrible if they have a Prismari command, but they might use it on the Signet instead. And now, if the opponent taps out, we can play Fynn and equip it with the shield, and then Hexproof Poison Fynn is a big problem for the opponent. They foretell, which means they might have a counterspell, so we shouldn't go for the Fynn here. Let's go for the Toski. Can't be countered. Okay. They use a Subdual, loses its abilities. We're going to have to find a way to get rid of that. But they didn't get it on our Fynn. Oh, no. Oh, no! So they have cost reduction here, so they can still counter this. Let's see if we can draw a counterspell out. Bird? You're not a bird? You are a bird. Hype. We can put a counter on you. So giving that something hexproof won't make the aura fall off. It's not how the card works. I think... Man, this is actually really tough. I think we go for this because they're not going to have creatures. If they have a way to kill the goose, that's unfortunate, but it's one less removal spell. And we're going to try to kill their Rowan and set them back. Okay, bounce my goose. That could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. But now they do get established with Rowan, which is very dangerous. Ooh, they tap out. We need a way to grow the Toski for 2. This doesn't go on a squirrel, does it? No. Crap. 1 off of a Vorinclex, which means they probably get their emblem, which means we have to win through the emblem. So we've got to set up for the long game now. All right, they don't counter it. Now has hexproof. Play the goose. The opponent gets to copy their spells now, though. Take that. I'm scared. Gadrak. And now I don't have a fight spell? Unfortunate. I guess the Ranger's Guile can save the Fynn, though. I think they'll counter the Vorinclex. Oh well. At this point, we have to make them have it at most every stage. See if they have a counter for this too. They might have a perfect hand, but... Oh yeah, they don't have cost reduction anymore. That won't work. All right. Got through one thing, and we have a hexproof Fynn at a 1/5. Let's see how they can stop it. Rutha. Rutha's a frustrating one. More copies of more things. Do we want to put a counter on the goose and attack with it? I don't think that's what matters in this game. Let's try a Once Upon a Time. And we get a Moss Viper. Haha! I'll show him. We'll put a counter on that. So we still haven't even gotten in for poison yet. Just showing you how badly the game's gone for us. But I do think this deck is an underrated... Like, I think getting matched against Rowan, I don't think we're a super competitive deck. I think this deck is really good. Probably not as good as Galazeth, but it's a little different from Galazeth. It's not quite my build, though. They've got a Gadrak, they've got a Rutha. I don't know about those. All right, they're replaying this side of Rowan, which is interesting. Are they going for another emblem? Do we want to trade for that? I guess I don't. Because we could put a counter on the Goose. But we want to put a counter on the Viper. Because we want it to attack through the Rutha. Oh, that's a nice draw. That's a nice draw. All right, we go face. We infect. We are coming to infect. Was that Papa Roach? God, don't... CGB, don't do those references. Don't do them. It'll only cause you trouble. Slaying Fire. No mana to copy it, right? So we'll go Heroic Intervention. Do we want to put a counter on now? We might want to do it on the Goose. Poison, poison. All right, we need to get 2 Death Touch hits through and we win. Despite the fact that it feels like we should be, like, forever behind. All right, that's game. That's game. Rowan. Yorion. Okay, the game is punishing me for playing a deck I wouldn't normally play by pitting me against all the decks that make me really jealous. Like, I do not want to be Infect Gamer against Yorion. I want to be Yorion against Yorion. Come on now. Come on now. Uh-oh. They're Yorion Mill? I mean, you can play this in that deck. I just don't think it's good enough, but... What do I know? What do I know about Magic? All right, on the play, we come here to drop this. They don't have that many spot removal spells, so we make them have a Glass Casket or something of that nature. They don't have it. Nice. Let's develop the ramp. Turn the Fynn sideways. And start inflicting poison. There's the casket. Okay, they didn't have the mana for it last turn. We lucked out. All right, Fynn defended. Now we need another way to defend him, which we don't have yet. But we could increase the toughness. All right, let's play Tome of Legends. Let's play the Blessing. Let's play the Blessing. Let's use this for mana, so we leave up mana for the Tome. But it also bluffs that we could have something else. Let's go ahead and fight away the Apprentice with Death Touch, so it dies. And swing on in. Alright, if they deal with the Fynn, we Klexi. Klexi can get ya. By the way, if an opponent would put 1 or more counters on a permanent or player, they put half that many. But fortunately, it's us putting the counters on. So if we would put more counters on a permanent or player, twice that many. So double Infect, potentially. The opponent has given their island lifelink. That's a cool island. How do I get that? Garrick. Toski. We missed the land drop for the Vorinclex. Well, let's play around... Yeah. Let's play around counter magic with the Toski here. I know I could draw an extra card with the Florahedron, but I want the mana open. Ranger's Guile did it. And that's why these effects are so important in the deck to give us a chance. Because the opponent can Yorion here. Alright, they're not going to. But they could Yorion there, hit the glass casket, go after the Fynn. Let's see if they have a negate. Nope. Still can't play the Vorinclex. But it's okay. Fight! Garrick! He's so strong! Draw, Sanctum? Yeah. Yeah, that won't protect the Fynn, but we've got our opponent on 8 poison. We're really close to the edge. Here's Yorion. They can glass casket this thing, unfortunately. So we'll have to find another Death Toucher. But if we have the land, right? So, okay, we don't have enough to Vorinclex and ram through the Yorion. Take that action, back to command. Opponent gets a card. They didn't put the lifelink here. I guess it doesn't matter as much when you have 8 poison. Sanctuary. It's got to be Vorinclex, right? Gotta be Vorinclex. Roar! Well, that got him. Even though we didn't... I mean, we were going to use the Garrick, and we were going to add a lot of loyalty to the Garrick. But that got him. Okay. Vorin Scoop. Oh, boy. Emry. This is another one I want to do again. I haven't done Emry in about a year. But Emry is sweet because the commander tax gets... It's kind of permanently 0 if you keep the artifacts going. So we're on the draw, which is really bad. We've got some of our stronger cards, though, which you need on the draw because your just run them over with Fynn plan isn't going to work. So I guess we'll try it. Also, they're mono blue, so they don't have a lot of ways to kill the Fynn, which is nice. So let's grab this land. No artifact yet. Opponent threatening to just counter this. Let's get a counter spell out of their hand if that's what they're going to do. We didn't come here to mess around. You gotta pressure them. We are the aggro. Resolves, nice. Bouncy bounce? What do you know? It's Brazen Borrower. Okay, we have to discard if we take this to hand, but that's okay. We've got a Primal Might that I don't think matters. The main reason we run cards like, well, Garrick does the trample death touch thing, so Garrick fits in. But cards like Vivian, it's all about just having a way to get like some card advantage and work on the decks that try to go long against you, because those decks will wreck you. All right, Fynn can come out. Fynn gets indestructible. Fynn kills this Mecha Godzilla. This is a card I had in my deck. It was like the last card I cut was Crystalline Giant. It can get a Death Touch counter, but it's a bit too much RNG for me. Palladium Mirror. Okay, we can fight that. But they're not going to block anyway. Let's get Questy Beast. They've got something for 1. Are you an Unsummoner? Nope. All right. The first poison has been distributed, but our opponent's getting a nice ramp out of the mirror. There's still another turn away. They can't Ugin next turn, though. What the? Springjaw Trap has Flash? Imagine reading this card. Sorry, didn't play any limited. What? What a ridiculous card. I wonder if they'll use all that mana to deal 3 damage to Fynn. We can just replay him. Questing Beasts don't care. Whoa, hold on here. You could deploy Commander for 1 blue before you sacrifice it. That would be fun. Ding dong, the clock is here. And the trap. Okay, they decided to ramp instead of deploy the Commander. I understand. That might not be a bad idea at all. So what do you think? Do we play Fynn again? I think what we do this turn, we can kill the mirror so that they can't Ugin. And we can play the mirror shield so that the next time we play Fynn, it can be equipped. But we could also just play Garruk and get in and pretend that Ugin isn't a card. But guys, Ugin is a card. We could also put this on the Questing Beast. Again, pretending that Ugin isn't a card. I think that this is the right play. Definitely questionable. But I don't think it's a bad play at all. Letting the opponent get the double ramp off the mirror multiple turns. That can cascade on you. And now if the opponent ever taps out, we put the shield on the Fynn and they're in big trouble. Although the last time we had shield on the Fynn, it didn't work out, but our opponent had a Rowan emblem and they drew their Time Walk effect in the format, the Alrund's Epiphany, so they kind of had it all in that case. We're happy to see any kind of effect like Omen of the Sea. They're spinning their wheels. They take 3 from a Seagate Reborn. What are you doing? Okay. So I guess you plan to draw with that Tome, or you have a 1-mana play that you want to make. Thassa's Oracle's a cool one in a deck that can play its commander over and over. There's Devouring Tendrils. That's 3 mana to kill the Emry. Just keep the Emry off the board. We're going to draw a lot of cards with the Tome. We have to keep the pressure on. How's the best way to do it? If they're at 9, this is 7. We need a little bit more to threaten lethal. This is tough. What can they get back? Nothing too exciting. Nothing we can't fight. If they kill our Questing Beast, we're so far behind, though. I guess we go with you. And try to put consistent pressure on the board for the rest of the game. Let's get some trample, huh? A little bit of trample. Make it really hard for the opponent to stay alive. We might win with damage. They did take 3 from the Seagate Reborn. We could have threatened lethal by just playing Fynn, which that might have just been the right play. I might be tunnel vision on trying to get the shield on him. But this is also threatening. And plus with Garruk, if we draw a land, Garruk plus fight, it's like, could be enough. It could be enough. Our opponent goes for the Giant. Be curious to see what counter it gets. Shambling Thoot, 5/3. They hit lifelink. It was definitely the best counter I think they could hit, and they hit it. Okay, this isn't a fight, so we can beat the lifelink with it. And then if we play Garruk and plus, they take 7. They're not dead. Dang it, they're not dead. Not dead. Yeah. It's a trade for the Shambles, and it's a plus for another Trampler, and we'll say get out of that again if you can.
I call, and Decoria
All right. They have not gotten out of it. One person today hasn't drawn the All-Run's Epiphany when they needed it. Radha, the heart. All right. Can we go first? We go first. Of course. Okay. Good hand. Get to drop the goose. Then we get to drop the Fynn. We don't have a way to protect the Fynn, so we're really going for it here. But Questing Beast Fynn is a heck of a clock. And we get to make Fynn fly to get around Radha, so that's poggers, as they say on the Twitch. Does YouTube have poggers? Don't think they do. I should know. I do a lot of YouTube, but I cross, I cross the divide, that one click from one website to another, and it's easy to forget which vernacular to use where. It's easy to slip into CGB. Evil CGB, very popular. The one invested one on Twitch. YouTube full of crybabies, don't like evil CGB, hurts their feelings. Leave naughty comments, unsubscribe. Honk honk. Honk honk honk. Honk honk honk. All right. Tango Veil. Come on out, Finny. All right, don't kill it. Takes 3. Plays ramp creature. Cool. Questing beast mode. Let the clock start the ticking. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you've already got 4 poison. You have 2 turns to live. Radha's on the field. So you're probably playing a land, if you have one. There it is. Okay. That's a pretty good top deck. Because we get to do this. This trample means that blocking the Questing Beast won't help you. Death Touch Trample, quite the combo. And the Kite Sail goes over the top with a Fynn. The opponent goes to 8 poison either way. And then the next turn, they basically have to recover. And they say, forget that. I could be in another game. Yasharn. What's Yasharn gonna do? They preying on some cat oven? It's kind of a weird one. All right, we got Moss Viper on 1. We're on the draw, which is rough. We have no protection spells, so... But they're green-white, so I don't know how much removal they're going to have for Fynn anyway. So let's do the thing. Let's do it. Siggy. I wonder if we do want to, like, ramp into Questing Beast. In search of greatness. All right, big choice. Do we ramp? Or do we poison? Poison. I poison. Getting the start on one of the 1-drops is so good. Because now they just have 2 turns. Where are you going? Did you not like the start of my deck? Did your In Search of Greatness fail to do the thing? Ah? Zareth. Zareth San. And they're on the play. We're screwed. I guess I could have tried to mulligan for a 1-drop, but then I wouldn't draw one off the top, like I'm supposed to. So Zareth can't ninjutsu from the command zone, but just the presence is like, this is going to be blue-black flash, and blue-black flash doesn't mess around. They don't let you get away with most of your poisonous nonsense. So, like, I don't know how this is ever going to resolve. Probably not going to resolve, quite honestly. So we have to put on pressure in other ways. We have to draw out counter spells in other ways, like with Garrick. So, yeah. So that's what the Planeswalkers are for. You're going to get to see them in full effect here today. Well, okay. That surprised me. The opponent has nothing. Nice deck. You know, you can mulligan hands that do absolutely nothing. You're on the play. You have 3 mana. Why are you scooping to my Garrick? Why? Kaya. Let's rumble. Did I do a Kaya Brawl deck? Somebody will tell me in the comments. I think I did. I'm having a moment of crises. All right. I don't know if I'm supposed to ramp or Fynn. They're probably going to kill things a lot. Let's go for the Fynn curve and just try to get some poison on them early. We can always hope that they just don't have good removal. Yeah. So they go for Agonizing Remorse. They take the Primal Might. Okay, interesting. Tells us they have some creatures they don't want to die. But I'm not going to help them with that. Let the poison begin. Okay. First attempt at Fynn thwarted. That's okay. We've got some ramp cards. Heroic Intervention is a little late, but we'll make the most of it. Let's hope they don't Extinction Event. We need this mana. Also, just slamming Toski could be really good. They play a Rider. Play Fynn? Maybe? Man, I'm a mana away. I think we ramp, because I'm a mana away from being able to protect Fynn with the Heroic Intervention. It means we have to let this frickin' Murderous Rider push us around. But we could get Toski on the field. Don't really want to give up my Moss Viper without a Fynn on the field. I guess we make another food, or we play the Rune of Might. Let's play the Rune of Might. Might draw something playable. We're also holding up the Heroic Intervention if they go for some kind of a sweeper. Inscription's pretty good too. We can fight off this Rider. They play an Ozolith. I guess you want to put all the ghost form counters on it? That's kind of fresh. I don't know. Something. Alright, so they're going to pass with open mana. Do we want to try to trade this? Not that much. Alright. Go for Fynn. Hope to get through the turn cycle using the Heroic Intervention. And then next turn start attacking the opponent. Luminous Broodmoth. Okay. Interesting. With the Ozolith. Also interesting. A lot of flying counters moving hither and yonder and stuff. Tyrite Sanctum. Lots of decisions here. I guess I can use all modes of the Inscription to kill the Broodmoth. But 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. Okay. It is an instant. We could wait till blockers are declared. That sounds okay. They're not going to block with the Broodmoth. So let's let the Murderous Rider get involved and then let it die. Wait a minute. Now I don't have mana for Heroic Intervention, do I? This sacks, but I need a creature to tap for that. We could just fight here. Nope. Made my bed. Gotta lay in it. Gotta lay in it. Okay, casting this card is hard. It's a fight, right? Okay. Oh, I know what to do. If we're not going to have the shields up for this anyway, let's give everything indestructible, and then we'll fight the Broodmoth. Definitely an awkward turn, and I could have done it a lot better. Don't give me too hard of a time, okay? We also have Trample, so we still get the poison here. So now the opponent is one poison counter away from complete and utter death. Elspeth's Nightmare. We can replay the Fynn. Easy. But they live another turn. All right, we can Sanctum onto the Fynn, I guess. They're going to miss this Toski with the Nightmare. All right, they have 5 mana. They drew the untapped land here, so they can Kaya the Fynn. Can we replay it? Yeah, we can. Definitely can. All right, destroy all non-giant creatures. Crap. Staying alive over here. Eight mana to replay you. Let's go ahead and send out Toski. The opponent plays Kaya. They minus on the Toski. We play the Fynn, see what happens. I guess we'd rather it minus on the Fynn, though, but I can't play the Fynn. Oh, man. Okay. Well, the mana creature can do it, but do we want the creature? It makes the Toski more threatening. And maybe they have another way to deal with it. If we play this tapped, though, I think we get to Fynn for sure. And I think that's important. Okay. Mm-hmm. This isn't going to do much. I guess we could eat food instead, which, yeah. I think leaving the food around is fine, but this is just kind of a haha. I guess I can do that. Doesn't matter, though. All right, Fynn. Do not kill this. Very close game. It's been eventful. This is where we need our planeswalkers, our card advantage. I definitely screwed that turn up so badly and probably could have won if I had played smarter. But we'll see. We're trying to thread the needle. The shield. Oh, but we've got the Sanctum. We've got the Sanctum. The shield does prevent 1 damage, which means that they wouldn't get a poison, right? But the Sanctum means that this has a +1/+1 counter, still deals 1, and finishes the job. Okay, so Fynn the Fangbearer. If you want to check out the full deck list, check out Untapped GG, the link in the description, or the deck list link in the description. Play it a bit. Hope you enjoy it. It's definitely a little bit different from me, but I love aggressive decks when they have kind of a juke or an angle, like a hammer, something more powerful about them. I don't like decks where you play creature attack, play creature attack, play creature attack. Embercleave is a good example of like a really good twist for an aggro deck. I just personally don't enjoy the card, but it is a good one. So is Winota. But in Brawl, getting permanent access to this Fynn the Fangbearer as your commander out of the command zone adds an interesting twist to the aggro dynamic, where we're playing a low amount of creatures, a bunch of fight spells, a bunch of protection spells, and it's as close as you come to playing Infect right now, I think, in MTG Arena in any kind of competitive sense. And it does win. You can win some games with it. So I hope you try the list and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.